Intense opening scene. In the heart of the city, under the scorching daylight, a colossal battle unfolds. Giant robots from the Pacific Rim franchise, known as Jaegers, stand tall, their metallic bodies glistening with a mix of sweat and smoke. Before them, a variety of gargantuan kaiju alien monsters emerge from the depths of the ocean, their twisted, nightmarish bodies writhing with an otherworldly energy. The Jaegers, piloted by skilled rangers, prepare for combat. Their robotic fists clench, and their plasma casters charge, ready to unleash a barrage of attacks against the monstrous invaders. The kaiju, fueled by their insatiable hunger for destruction, let out deafening roars, causing the ground to tremble beneath their feet. The air is electric with anticipation as the two giants face off, ready to clash in a battle for the ages. Which Jaeger will emerge victorious, and which kaiju will prove to be the most formidable foe? The battle is about to begin. Epic showdown. The Jaeger lineup stands ready. Gypsy Danger, a seasoned veteran, faces off against Odachi, a flying kaiju with razor-sharp wings. Striker Eureka, the fastest Jaeger, prepares to take on Leatherback, a massive, electricity-wielding kaiju. Cherno Alpha, a hulking Russian Jaeger, squares off against Scunner, a towering, four-armed kaiju. Coyote Tango, an agile and stealthy Jaeger, engages Raijin, a swift and deadly kaiju with a whip-like tail. Typhoon, a versatile and heavily armed Jaeger, confronts Slattern, a gargantuan, serpent-like kaiju. The stage is set for an unforgettable battle. Which Jaeger kaiju matchup will be the most intense? Massive clash. A group of kaijus, each with unique abilities, charges forward. Odachi, the flying kaiju, swoops down alongside. Leatherback, the electricity-wielding giant. Scunner, the towering, four-armed monster. Raijin, the swift and deadly kaiju with a whip-like tail. Slattern, the gargantuan, serpent-like kaiju. Facing them is a squadron of Jaegers. Gypsy Danger, Striker Eureka, and Cherno Alpha form the front line. Coyote Tango and Typhoon provide flanking support. Other Jaegers, like Romeo Blue and Tacit Ronin, join the battle. The two armies collide in a spectacular display of steel and claws. Which side will emerge victorious? Intense battle rages on. Jaegers unleash their arsenal. Gypsy Danger fires its plasma caster at Odachi. Striker Eureka launches missiles at Leatherback. Cherno Alpha swings its massive fists at Scunner. Coyote Tango deploys its agility to dodge Raijin's whip-like tail. Typhoon unleashes a barrage of cannon fire at Slattern. Kaijus retaliate with their unique abilities. Odachi generates powerful whirlwinds to knock Gypsy Danger off balance. Leatherback unleashes electrical blasts to scorch Striker Eureka. Scunner uses its forearms to grapple Cherno Alpha. Raijin speeds around Coyote Tango, striking with swift, deadly attacks. Slattern coils around Typhoon, attempting to crush it. The battle rages on, with neither side giving an inch. Which Jaeger or kaiju will land the decisive blow? Iconic arrivals. 2014 Godzilla, the weakest version of MonsterVerse Godzilla, emerges from the depths, its blue, smoky atomic breath at the ready. Though not as powerful as its later incarnations, this Godzilla still packs a formidable punch. Meanwhile, the 2021 MonsterVerse version of Kong joins the fray, wielding an axe crafted from Godzilla's own dorsal fin. Kong's brute strength and agility make him a force to be reckoned with. The two new arrivals charge into battle. Godzilla targets the Jaeger, Gypsy Danger, with a blast of its atomic breath. Kong leaps into the fray, swinging his axe at the kaiju, Odachi. The battle royale intensifies. Jaegers and kaijus clash in a spectacular display of steel, claws, and atomic breath. Godzilla and Kong bring their unique abilities to the fight, further complicating the already chaotic battlefield. Which side will emerge victorious? Will the Jaegers hold their ground, or will the combined might of Godzilla, Kong, and the kaijus prove too much to handle? Epic battle royale unleashed. Godzilla blasts Gypsy Danger with atomic breath, but the Jaeger dodges and retaliates with a plasma caster shot. Kong swings his axe at Odachi, who counters with a whirlwind attack, lifting Kong off the ground. Striker Eureka unleashes missiles at Leatherback, but the kaiju absorbs the impact and strikes back with an electrical blast. Cherno Alpha trades blows with Scunner, their massive fists clashing in a shower of sparks. Coyote Tango dodges Raijin's whip-like tail and lands a series of swift kicks, but the kaiju recovers quickly. Typhoon pounds Slattern with cannon fire, but the serpent-like kaiju coils around the Jaeger, attempting to crush it. Gypsy Danger and Striker Eureka combine their strength to take down Odachi, while Kong and Godzilla engage in a fierce battle, their roars thundering through the city. The battle royale rages on, with no side giving an inch. Which combatants will emerge victorious, and which will fall? Odachi's aerial assault. Odachi flies towards Gypsy Danger and Striker Eureka, using its wings to build momentum. The kaiju then intentionally crash lands beside the Jaegers, creating a shockwave that sends them stumbling. As the Jaegers struggle to regain balance, Odachi swiftly swings its clawed, prehensile tail at Gypsy Danger, aiming for a critical hit. Striker Eureka quickly responds by firing missiles at Odachi, but the kaiju's agility allows it to dodge the attack. Kong, still battling Godzilla, takes advantage of the distraction to land a powerful axe blow on the giant lizard's shoulder. Godzilla retaliates with a blast of atomic breath, but Kong leaps out of the way, using his agility to avoid the attack. The battle royale continues, with each side trading blows and showcasing their unique abilities. Which combatant will gain the upper hand next? Mechagodzilla's entrance intensifies the battle royale. The 2021 MonsterVerse version of Mechagodzilla, a robotic Godzilla clone, joins the fray. This technological terror is equipped with advanced weaponry, including missiles, lasers, and a powerful energy beam. Mechagodzilla targets the Jaegers, firing its missiles at Gypsy Danger and Striker Eureka. The Jaegers respond with plasma caster blasts and missile strikes, but Mechagodzilla's advanced armor withstands the attacks. Kong, still battling Godzilla, sees Mechagodzilla as a new threat and charges towards it. Mechagodzilla greets Kong with a barrage of laser blasts, but the giant ape's agility allows him to dodge the attacks. Godzilla, taking advantage of the distraction, unleashes a powerful atomic blast at Mechagodzilla. However, the robotic monster's energy beam counters the attack, creating a massive explosion that shakes the battlefield. The battle royale has reached new heights of chaos. Which combatant will emerge victorious, and which will fall? Epic clash intensifies. Mechagodzilla unleashes a barrage of missiles at Gypsy Danger, but the Jaeger's agility allows it to dodge the attack. Striker Eureka seizes the opportunity to strike Mechagodzilla with a plasma caster blast. Kong, undeterred by Mechagodzilla's laser blasts, swings his axe at the robotic monster's arm, damaging its missile launcher. Godzilla takes advantage of the distraction to land a powerful bite on Mechagodzilla's neck. Odachi, Scunner, and Leatherback continue their battle against the Jaegers, exchanging blows and showcasing their unique abilities. Ragen's whip like tail lashes at Coyote Tango, while Slatern's coils constrict Typhoon. Cherno Alpha and Gypsy Danger combine their strength to take down Scunner, while Striker Eureka and Coyote Tango target Leatherback. Kong and Godzilla, despite their differences, momentarily work together to overwhelm Mechagodzilla. The battle royale rages on, with each side refusing to yield. Which combatants will emerge victorious, and which will succumb to the chaos? Frenzied clash reaches new heights. Mechagodzilla unleashes a devastating energy beam at Kong, who counters with a powerful axe swing. Godzilla takes advantage of the opening to blast Mechagodzilla with atomic breath. Gypsy Danger and Striker Eureka launch a synchronized attack on Odachi, combining their plasma casters to overwhelm the flying kaiju. Cherno Alpha and Coyote Tango target Scunner, using their agility and strength to evade the kaiju's crushing blows. Leatherback unleashes a massive electrical blast at Typhoon, who retaliates with a barrage of cannon fire. Slatern's coils tighten around Romeo Blue, but the Jaeger's quick thinking allows it to deploy a cloud of smoke bombs, escaping the kaiju's deadly grasp. Ragen's whip like tail lashes at Tacit Ronin, who counters with a swift kick. The kaiju recovers quickly, striking the Jaeger with a flurry of swift punches. Kong and Godzilla continue their intense battle, exchanging blows and showcasing their incredible strength. Mechagodzilla rejoins the fray, determined to take down the giant ape and lizard. The battle royale rages on, with each side refusing to yield. Which combatants will emerge victorious, and which will succumb to the chaos? Distant devastation. Mechagodzilla unleashes a barrage of missiles at Kong, who responds with a powerful roar, generating a shockwave that knocks the missiles off course. Godzilla retaliates with a blast of atomic breath, striking Mechagodzilla's armor. Gypsy Danger and Striker Eureka launch a synchronized plasma caster attack on Odachi, who counters with a whirlwind blast, disrupting the Jaeger's aim. Cherno Alpha and Coyote Tango target Scunner with a barrage of missiles, but the kaiju's agility allows it to dodge the attack. Leatherback unleashes a massive electrical blast at Typhoon, who responds with a barrage of cannon fire. Slatern's coils release a cloud of toxic spores, targeting Romeo Blue and Tacit Ronin. The Jaegers quickly deploy their defense systems, neutralizing the threat. Ragen unleashes a flurry of energy projectiles at Coyote Tango, who counters with a swift kick, generating a shockwave that disrupts Ragen's aim. Kong and Godzilla continue to exchange blows, their roars thundering through the battlefield. Mechagodzilla targets Gypsy Danger with its energy beam, but the Jaeger dodges at the last second, avoiding the attack. The battle royale rages on, with each side determined to emerge victorious. SCP-682, the notorious, hard-to-kill reptile, joins the battle royale. This unstoppable alien lizard, known for its unyielding regenerative abilities and brutal ferocity, inserts itself into the chaotic fray. SCP-682 sleek, scaly body glistens with an otherworldly aura, its metallic teeth and claws gleaming with an eerie light. As it enters the battlefield, SCP-682's green glowing multiple eyes scan the surroundings, locking onto potential targets. The alien lizard's presence is met with a mix of awe and terror, as the other combatants realize they're facing an opponent with unparalleled resilience. Kong, Godzilla, and Mechagodzilla pause their battle, momentarily distracted by SCP-682's arrival. The Jaegers, too, take notice, adjusting their strategies to account for this new, unpredictable threat. SCP-682, undaunted by the array of opponents, charges forward with reckless abandon. Its jaws wide open, revealing rows of razor-sharp teeth, the alien lizard prepares to unleash its fury upon the battlefield. The battle royale has just become even more unpredictable. How will SCP-682's presence alter the course of the conflict? Frantic frenzy intensifies. SCP-682 lunges at Kong, jaws wide open, but the giant ape counters with a swift axe swing, striking the alien lizard's scaly hide. Godzilla seizes the opportunity to blast SCP-682 with atomic breath, but the lizard's regenerative abilities allow it to rapidly recover. Mechagodzilla targets SCP-682 with its energy beam, but the alien lizard dodges at incredible speed, avoiding the attack. Gypsy Danger and Striker Eureka launch a synchronized plasma caster assault on SCP-682, who retaliates with a devastating tail swipe, knocking the Jaegers off balance. Kong and Godzilla engage in a fierce battle, exchanging blows and showcasing their incredible strength. Mechagodzilla joins the fray, targeting Kong with its missiles. SCP-682 takes advantage of the chaos to strike Godzilla with its metallic claws. Odachi, Scunner, and Leatherback continue their battle against the Jaegers, exchanging blows and showcasing their unique abilities. Ragen's whip like tail lashes at Coyote Tango, while Slatern's coils constrict Typhoon. The battle royale has reached a fever pitch. Which combatants will emerge victorious, and which will succumb to the chaos? Striker Eureka unleashes a powerful display of strength. With its advanced hydraulic system, Striker Eureka lifts Odachi, the flying kaiju, off the ground, holding it aloft. The Jaeger then generates immense force, slamming Odachi into the ground with incredible velocity. As Odachi struggles to recover, Gypsy Danger seizes the opportunity to unleash a brutal thrashing. The Jaeger's powerful fists pummel Odachi, delivering a flurry of crushing blows. The force of the impact creates a massive shockwave, sending nearby combatants stumbling. Kong, Godzilla, and Mechagodzilla pause their battle, momentarily distracted by Striker Eureka's impressive display of strength. SCP-682, however, remains unfazed, continuing its relentless assault on the Jaegers. The alien lizard's regenerative abilities allow it to rapidly recover from any damage, making it a formidable opponent. The battle royale rages on, with each side determined to emerge victorious. Which combatants will gain the upper hand next? SCP-682's dazzling display of agility and ferocity. The unstoppable alien lizard, SCP-682, darts around the battlefield with incredible speed and agility, its bladed, green glowing tail swishing ominously. With each strike, SCP-682's tail slices through the air, leaving trails of glowing, emerald energy. As the combatants attempt to land a hit on SCP-682, the lizard's tails lash out, toppling them with ease. Striker Eureka, Gypsy Danger, and Coyote Tango stumble backward, their advanced armor scratched and dented by SCP-682's razor-sharp tails. Kong, Godzilla, and Mechagodzilla exchange blows, but SCP-682's speed and agility allow it to dodge their attacks with ease. The lizard's tails strike true, slicing through Mechagodzilla's armor and sending the robotic monster stumbling. Odachi, Scunner, and Leatherback attempt to gang up on SCP-682, but the lizard's regenerative abilities and sheer ferocity make it nearly unstoppable. SCP-682's tails flail wildly, striking each kaiju with precision and deadliness. The battle royale has reached a frantic pace. Can any of the combatants find a way to stop SCP-682's relentless onslaught? Apocalyptic chaos intensifies. The battle royale rages on, with each side trading blows and showcasing their unique abilities. SCP-682's bladed tails slice through the air, striking down any opponent who dares to get close. Kong and Godzilla engage in a fierce battle, exchanging blows and causing massive destruction. Mechagodzilla joins the fray, targeting Kong with its energy beam. Striker Eureka, Gypsy Danger, and Coyote Tango launch a synchronized attack on SCP-682, but the lizard's regenerative abilities allow it to rapidly recover. Odachi, Scunner, and Leatherback continue their battle against the Jaegers, exchanging blows and showcasing their ferocity. Ragen's whip-like tail lashes at Typhoon, while Slattern's coils constrict Romeo Blue. The battle royale has become a maelstrom of chaos, with each side determined to emerge victorious. As the fight rages on, the city lies in ruins, with buildings toppled and debris scattered everywhere. The combatants' roars, screams, and explosions create a cacophony of sound that shakes the very foundations of the earth. Which side will emerge victorious from this apocalyptic battle royale? Or will the combatants succumb to their own fury, leaving nothing but destruction in their wake? SCP-682 unleashes a maelstrom of attacks. The unstoppable alien lizard, SCP-682, performs an incredible backflip, showcasing its agility and strength. As it lands, SCP-682 swiftly grabs an opponent between its powerful jaws, thrashing them mercilessly. Simultaneously, SCP-682 unleashes a flurry of attacks with its forelimbs, striking opponents with swift, razor-sharp claws. The lizard's tail lashes out, delivering crushing slaps that send combatants flying. In a stunning display of strength, SCP-682 grabs the Jaegers between its fingers, holding them in a vice-like grip. The lizard thrashes the Jaegers, its forelimbs flailing wildly as it wreaks havoc. Kong, Godzilla, and Mechagodzilla struggle to counter SCP-682's relentless assault. Odachi, Scunner, and Leatherback attempt to gang up on the lizard, but its regenerative abilities and sheer ferocity make it nearly unstoppable. Striker Eureka, Gypsy Danger, and Coyote Tango stumble backward, their armor dented and scratched from SCP-682's attacks. Ragen, Slattern, and Typhoon join the fray, but even their combined strength can't seem to slow down SCP-682. The battle royale has reached a frenzied pace. Can any of the combatants survive SCP-682's maelstrom of attacks, or will the unstoppable alien lizard emerge victorious? SCP-682's dizzying speed and agility. The unstoppable alien lizard, SCP-682, has reached a new level of ferocity, reacting with incredible speed and accuracy. With each swift movement, SCP-682 topples its opponents, sending them crashing to the ground. In a mesmerizing display of agility, SCP-682 unleashes a flurry of tail slaps, striking its opponents with lightning-fast speed. The lizard's tail lashes out in every direction, creating a whirlwind of destruction that leaves the combatants reeling. Kong, Godzilla, and Mechagodzilla struggle to keep up with SCP-682's breakneck pace, stumbling backward as the lizard's tail slap sends them flying. Odachi, Scunner, and Leatherback attempt to counterattack, but SCP-682's speed and agility allow it to dodge their attacks with ease. The Jaegers, Striker Eureka, Gypsy Danger, and Coyote Tango try to land a hit on SCP-682, but the lizard's rapid movements make it nearly impossible to target. Ragen, Slattern, and Typhoon join the fray, but even their combined strength can't slow down SCP-682. The battle royale has become a dazzling display of SCP-682's speed and agility. Can any of the combatants find a way to counter the unstoppable alien lizard's lightning-fast attacks? SCP-682's brutal and relentless assault. The unstoppable alien lizard, SCP-682, continues its maelstrom of attacks, grabbing opponents between its powerful jaws and forelimbs. With its fingers, SCP-682 snatches combatants, holding them in a vice-like grip. In a display of brute strength, SCP-682 throws its captives, sending them flying across the battlefield. The lizard's jaws wide open, SCP-682 thrashes its opponents, shaking them violently before slamming them into the ground. SCP-682's forelimbs flail wildly, striking opponents with swift, razor-sharp claws. The lizard's tail lashes out, delivering crushing blows that send combatants crashing. As the battle rages on, SCP-682 begins to use its opponents as projectiles, grabbing them and hurling them at each other. Kong, Godzilla, and Mechagodzilla are pummeled by SCP-682's thrown opponents, stumbling backward under the relentless assault. The Jaegers, Odachi, Scunner, and Leatherback try to counterattack, but SCP-682's brutal and relentless assault proves too much for them. Ragen, Slattern, and Typhoon attempt to join forces, but even their combined strength can't stop SCP-682's rampage. The battle royale has descended into chaos. Can any of the combatants survive SCP-682's brutal assault, or will the unstoppable alien lizard emerge victorious? The battle royale rages on. The combatants continue to exchange blows, each determined to emerge victorious. SCP-682, the unstoppable alien lizard, remains a force to be reckoned with, its regenerative abilities and sheer ferocity making it nearly unkillable. Kong, Godzilla, and Mechagodzilla engage in a fierce battle, their roars thundering through the air. The Jaegers, Striker Eureka, Gypsy Danger, and Coyote Tango fight valiantly, their advanced armor and weaponry allowing them to hold their own against the monstrous opponents. Odachi, Scunner, and Leatherback unleash their fury upon the Jaegers, their razor-sharp claws and teeth tearing through the armor. Raijin, Slattern, and Typhoon join the fray, their unique abilities and strengths adding to the chaos. As the battle rages on, the city lies in ruins, buildings toppled and debris scattered everywhere. The combatants' roars, screams, and explosions create a cacophony of sound that shakes the very foundations of the earth. Which combatants will emerge victorious from this apocalyptic battle royale? Or will the fighting continue until only one remains standing? SCP-682's relentless tail assault. The unstoppable alien lizard, SCP-682, continues its dominance on the battlefield. With its incredibly powerful tail, SCP-682 unleashes a barrage of slaps, striking its opponents with tremendous force. Each slap sends the combatants flying, crashing into nearby buildings or slamming into the ground. Kong, Godzilla, and Mechagodzilla stumble backward, struggling to maintain their footing. The Jaegers, Striker Eureka, Gypsy Danger, and Coyote Tango are tossed around like toys, their advanced armor dented and scratched from SCP-682's relentless tail assault. Odachi, Scunner, and Leatherback try to counterattack, but SCP-682's tail slaps prove too powerful, sending them crashing to the ground. Raijin, Slattern, and Typhoon attempt to join forces, but even their combined strength can't withstand SCP-682's ferocious assault. As the battle rages on, SCP-682's tail continues to slap its opponents, sending them flying again and again. The unstoppable alien lizard's dominance seems absolute, leaving the other combatants reeling from its relentless assault. Can anyone survive SCP-682's tail onslaught, or will the unstoppable alien lizard emerge victorious? Mega Kaiju's colossal entrance. The battle royale takes a dramatic turn as Mega Kaiju, a gargantuan monster from the Pacific Rim universe, emerges from the depths of the ocean. This towering behemoth, born from the fusion of multiple kaiju, brings unprecedented power to the battlefield. Mega Kaiju's enormous size and strength send shockwaves through the ground, causing the other combatants to stumble. SCP-682, the unstoppable alien lizard, pauses its relentless assault, sensing the arrival of a new and formidable foe. Kong, Godzilla, and Mechagodzilla gaze up at Mega Kaiju in awe, their massive size dwarfed by the newcomer's colossal scale. The Jaegers, Striker Eureka, Gypsy Danger, and Coyote Tango seem tiny in comparison, their advanced armor and weaponry potentially insignificant against Mega Kaiju's brute force. Odachi, Scunner, and Leatherback, Raijin, Slattern, and Typhoon, and the other combatants watch in a mix of fascination and terror as Mega Kaiju begins to assert its dominance. The battlefield trembles beneath its feet as Mega Kaiju unleashes a deafening roar, announcing its presence to the world. The battle royale has reached new heights of chaos and destruction. Will Mega Kaiju's colossal power prove too much for the other combatants, or can they find a way to take down this gargantuan monster? SCP-682's unrelenting battle frenzy. The unstoppable alien lizard, SCP-682, continues its relentless assault on the battlefield, clashing with the colossal Mega Kaiju and the other combatants. Despite the newcomer's enormous size and strength, SCP-682 refuses to back down. SCP-682's jaws snap wildly, attempting to bite down on Mega Kaiju's massive limbs. The alien lizard's claws slash through the air, striking Mega Kaiju's scaly hide with incredible force. SCP-682's tail whips back and forth, slamming into the surrounding buildings and causing destruction on a massive scale. Mega Kaiju retaliates with its own brand of destruction, swinging its enormous fists and unleashing powerful blasts of energy. The other combatants, including Kong, Godzilla, and Mechagodzilla, join the fray, attempting to take down SCP-682 and Mega Kaiju. The Jaegers, Striker Eureka, Gypsy Danger, and Coyote Tango launch a barrage of missiles and cannon fire, trying to find an opening in SCP-682's defenses. Odachi, Scunner, and Leatherback, Raijin, Slattern, and Typhoon, and the other combatants engage in a fierce melee, each trying to outmaneuver and overpower the others. As the battle rages on, the city lies in ruins, with buildings reduced to rubble and debris scattered everywhere. The combatants' roars, screams, and explosions create a cacophony of sound that shakes the very foundations of the earth. Which combatants will emerge victorious from this apocalyptic battle royale, or will the fighting continue until only one remains standing? SCP-682 Savage Tail Strikes and Claw Assaults. The unstoppable alien lizard, SCP-682, unleashes a fresh wave of devastation upon the battlefield. With its bladed tail, SCP-682 strikes down its opponents with deadly precision, slicing through armor and flesh with ease. Mega Kaiju, Kong, Godzilla, and Mechagodzilla stumble backward, their massive bodies toppled by SCP-682's bladed tail strikes. The Jaegers, Striker Eureka, Gypsy Danger, and Coyote Tango attempt to dodge the tail strikes, but SCP-682's speed and agility prove too much for them. As the combatants struggle to recover from the tail strikes, SCP-682 unleashes its metallic claws, slashing and tearing at its opponents with ruthless efficiency. The claws rip through armor, tearing apart the Jaegers, advanced metal plating and leaving them vulnerable to further attacks. Odachi, Scunner, and Leatherback, Raijin, Slattern, and Typhoon, and the other combatants suffer grievous wounds from SCP-682's claw assaults, their bodies battered and bleeding. Mega Kaiju's massive body is scarred and torn, its energy reserves dwindling from the relentless onslaught. As the battle rages on, SCP-682's dominance seems absolute, its bladed tail and metallic claws proving too much for the other combatants to handle. Will anyone be able to survive SCP-682's savage assaults, or will the unstoppable alien lizard emerge victorious? SCP-682's merciless pinning and scratching. The unstoppable alien lizard, SCP-682, continues its relentless assault on the battlefield, pinning down its opponents with its immense strength. With its bladed tail and metallic claws, SCP-682 thrashes and scratches its combatants, inflicting severe wounds and crushing their defenses. Mega Kaiju, Kong, Godzilla, and Mechagodzilla are among those pinned down, their massive bodies immobilized by SCP-682's sheer power. The Jaegers, Striker Eureka, Gypsy Danger, and Coyote Tango are similarly restrained, their advanced armor dented and scratched from SCP-682's merciless attacks. Odachi, Scunner, and Leatherback, Raijin, Slattern, and Typhoon, and the other combatants, struggle to break free from SCP-682's pinning, but its grip is unyielding. The combatants' screams and roars fill the air as SCP-682 continues to scratch and thrash them, its attacks growing more ferocious by the minute. As the battle rages on, SCP-682's dominance seems absolute, its opponents helpless against its crushing strength and merciless attacks. Will anyone be able to escape SCP-682's pinning and scratching, or will the unstoppable alien lizard emerge victorious? SCP-682's chilling stare down. The unstoppable alien lizard, SCP-682, has pinned down its opponents, rendering them helpless. With its powerful forelimbs, SCP-682 grasps the throats of Godzilla and Mega Kaiju in one hand, and Gypsy Danger Jaeger and Mechagodzilla in the other. SCP-682 pulls its captives closer, its multiple green glowing eyes fixed intently on them. The camera zooms in on the faces of the pinned down combatants, their expressions a mix of fear, anger, and desperation. As SCP-682 continues to stare down its opponents, the screen flickers rapidly, focusing on the terrified faces of the combatants. The tension builds, and the air is thick with anticipation. Kong, Odachi, Scunner, Leatherback, Raijin, Slattern, Typhoon, and the other pinned down combatants watch in horror, unable to move or intervene. They can only wait and witness the outcome of SCP-682's unsettling stare down. Will SCP-682 deliver the final blow, or will its opponents find a way to escape its crushing grip? The outcome hangs in the balance, as SCP-682's unblinking gaze seems to pierce through the souls of its captives. The intense stare down continues. The camera screen flickers rapidly, shifting focus to different faces of the pinned down combatants. Each face is frozen in a mixture of fear, anxiety, and anticipation as they stare up at SCP-682. The camera pans across the faces of the Jaegers, Striker Eureka, Gypsy Danger, Coyote Tango, and others, their pilots' faces set in determined expressions. Then, it shifts to the Kaijus, Godzilla, Mega Kaiju, Kong, and others, their eyes blazing with fury and desperation. The camera also focuses on the other combatants, Odachi, Scunner, Leatherback, Raijin, Slattern, Typhoon, and more, each face a picture of intense concentration and dread. As the camera continues to shift focus, the tension builds. The combatants remain pinned down, unable to move or escape SCP-682's crushing grip. They can only stare up at the unstoppable alien lizard, waiting for its next move. SCP-682, still grasping the throats of Godzilla, Mega Kaiju, Gypsy Danger Jaeger, and Mechagodzilla continues to stare down its opponents. Its multiple green glowing eyes seem to bore into the souls of the combatants, filling them with an unspeakable terror. The outcome hangs in the balance. Will SCP-682 deliver the final blow, or will its opponents find a way to break free and counterattack? The world holds its breath, waiting for the next move in this epic battle. Here's a detailed explanation of the scenario. SCP-682, the unstoppable alien lizard, is still staring down the wounded and weakened combatants. These combatants, including Godzilla, Mega Kaiju, Gypsy Danger Jaeger, Mechagodzilla, and others, are still grasped in SCP-682's powerful forelimbs. After a tense moment, SCP-682 suddenly releases its grip on the combatants. However, it doesn't simply let them go, instead, it callously throws them to the ground. This rough handling sends the combatants crashing into the rebel-strewn battlefield. As the combatants struggle to pick themselves up, SCP-682 unleashes a mighty roar. This deafening bellow echoes across the battlefield, a stark reminder of SCP-682's dominance. With its point made, SCP-682 turns away from the combatants. It begins to make its way back to the portal that brought it to this battlefield. This portal leads back to the containment chamber within the SCP Foundation facility. SCP-682 steps through the portal and disappears from view. As it exits the battlefield, the combatants are left to pick up the pieces and tend to their wounds. Once back in its containment chamber, SCP-682 settles in for a well-deserved rest. Despite its incredible strength and resilience, even SCP-682 needs to sleep. The chamber is designed to keep SCP-682 contained and secure, even as it sleeps. And with that, the scenario comes to a close. The combatants are left to recover, while SCP-682 rests in its containment chamber, waiting for its next opportunity to break free and wreak havoc. Here's a detailed explanation of the scenario. The pilots of the Jaeger robots, exhausted and injured from the intense battle, emerge from their machines. They gaze out at the weakened kaijus, motionless but still alive, scattered across the battlefield. "We did it," says Raleigh Beckett, pilot of Gypsy Danger. "We saved the city." "But at what cost?" replies Mako Mori, co-pilot of Gypsy Danger. "We lost so many good people." As they catch their breath, the pilots notice a shimmering portal opening behind the kaijus. The portal begins to glow brighter, and the kaijus start to vanish into it. "Look!" exclaims Stacker Pentecost, leader of the Jaeger program. The portal is taking them back. The pilots watch in relief as the kaijus disappear into the portal. With the battle finally over, they turn their attention to their own exhaustion. "I'm beat," says Chuck Hansen, pilot of Striker Eureka. "Let's get out of here." The pilots begin to make their way back to the Jaeger hangar, entering the portal and emerging on the other side. As they step out of the portal, they stretch their tired bodies and start to head towards their quarters. "Time for some shut-eye," says Herc Hansen, co-pilot of Striker Eureka. The pilots collapse onto their beds, pulling the blankets over their weary bodies. As they drift off to sleep, they know they've earned their rest, they've saved humanity from the brink of destruction. And with that, the story comes to a close. The pilots rest, their bodies healing from the battle, as the world begins to rebuild and recover from the devastating kaiju attacks. Here's a detailed explanation of the scenario. The pilots of the Jaeger robots, exhausted and injured from the intense battle, emerge from their machines. They gaze out at the weakened kaijus, motionless but still alive, scattered across the battlefield. Raleigh Beckett and Mako Mori, pilots of Gypsy Danger, share a relieved glance. "We did it," Raleigh says. We saved the city. Chuck Hansen and Herc Hansen, pilots of Striker Eureka, nod in agreement. But at what cost? Chuck asks. Stacker Pentecost, leader of the Jaeger program and pilot of Coyote Tango, surveys the damage. We'll rebuild, he says. But for now, let's get some rest. As they catch their breath, the pilots notice a shimmering portal opening behind the kaijus. The portal begins to glow brighter, and the kaijus start to vanish into it. Look! Exclaims Alexei Kadanovsky, pilot of Cherno Alpha. The portal is taking them back. Sasha Kadanovsky, co-pilot of Cherno Alpha, smiles wearily. It's over, she says. The pilots watch in relief as the kaijus disappear into the portal. With the battle finally over, they turn their attention to their own exhaustion. I'm beat, says Yancey Beckett, pilot of Striker Eureka Mark 1. Let's get out of here. The pilots begin to make their way back to the Jaeger hangar, entering the portal and emerging on the other side. As they step out of the portal, they stretch their tired bodies and start to head towards their quarters. Time for some shut-eye, says Herc Hansen. The pilots collapse onto their beds, pulling the blankets over their weary bodies. As they drift off to sleep, they know they've earned their rest, they've saved humanity from the brink of destruction. The pilots of the Jaegers, including Raleigh Beckett and Mako Mori, Gypsy Danger. Chuck Hansen and Herc Hansen, Striker Eureka. Stacker Pentecost, Coyote Tango. Alexei Kadanovsky and Sasha Kadanovsky, Cherno Alpha. Here's a detailed explanation of the scenario. The pilots of the Jaeger robots, exhausted and injured from the intense battle, emerge from their machines. They gaze out at the weakened kaijus, motionless but still alive, scattered across the battlefield. Raleigh Beckett and Mako Mori, pilots of Gypsy Danger, share a relieved glance. We did it, Raleigh says. We saved the city. Chuck Hansen and Herc Hansen, pilots of Striker Eureka, nod in agreement. But at what cost? Chuck asks. Stacker Pentecost, leader of the Jaeger program and pilot of Coyote Tango, surveys the damage. We'll rebuild, he says. But for now, let's get some rest. As they catch their breath, the pilots notice a shimmering portal opening behind the kaijus. The portal begins to glow brighter, and the kaijus start to vanish into it. Look! Exclaims Alexei Kadanovsky, pilot of Cherno Alpha. The portal is taking them back. Sasha Kadanovsky, co-pilot of Cherno Alpha, smiles wearily. It's over, she says. The pilots watch in relief as the kaijus disappear into the portal. With the battle finally over, they turn their attention to their own exhaustion. I'm beat, says Yancey Beckett, pilot of Striker Eureka Mark 1. Let's get out of here. The pilots begin to make their way back to the Jaeger hangar, entering the portal and emerging on the other side. As they step out of the portal, they stretch their tired bodies and start to head towards their quarters. Time for some shut-eye, says Herc Hansen. The pilots collapse onto their beds, pulling the blankets over their weary bodies. As they drift off to sleep, they know they've earned their rest, they've saved humanity from the brink of destruction. The pilots of the Jaegers, including Raleigh Beckett and Mako Mori, Gypsy Danger. Chuck Hansen and Herc Hansen, Striker Eureka. Stacker Pentecost, Coyote Tango. Alexei Kadanovsky and Sasha Kadanovsky, Cherno Alpha. Yancey Beckett, Striker Eureka Mark 1. All rest, their bodies healing from the battle, as the world begins to rebuild and recover from the devastating kaiju attacks. Here's a detailed explanation of the post-credit scenario. The scene fades in, showing Stacker Pentecost's quarters. The room is dimly lit, with only a few soft lights illuminating the space. Stacker, exhausted from the battle, slowly gets out of bed. He stretches his tired body, yawning quietly. As he moves across the room, his eyes scan the space, ensuring everything is in order. He approaches the light switch, his hand reaching out to flip it. With a soft click, the lights in the room flicker off, plunging the space into darkness. The only sound is Stacker's quiet breathing. Stacker returns to bed, his body sinking into the mattress. He pulls the blanket over himself, letting out a soft sigh as he settles in. As the darkness envelops him, Stacker's eyes slowly close, and he drifts off to sleep. The scene fades to black, marking the end of the post-credit scenario.